So yesterday, the 3-point contest happened, and the league sources went to the media saying that Caitlin Clark declined to participate, that Kayla McBride declined to participate, and that Sabrina Ionescu declined to participate. And I was like, oh yeah, fair enough. It turns out they didn't ever ask Sabrina Ionescu to participate. The defending champion 2 of the last 3 years, a person who has set the all-time high in a 3-point contest. She, men or women, she is the all-time greatest 3-point contest. And you might be saying, oh, but it's only because they offer more points. No, she has the highest percentage. The highest percentage of scores ever. Like, no one has ever had the same, or highest percentage of shots. No one's ever made the same percentage of shots as Sabrina. And they didn't even offer Sabrina Ionescu a spot. They didn't even offer Sabrina Ionescu a spot in the 3-point contest, which is mad. Like, the odds of them not offering Caitlin Clark a spot are very low. I'm going to be real. They almost certainly offered Caitlin Clark a spot because she's been healthy. But the fact is that we don't know anymore. We actually don't know anymore. Because basically we've no way of knowing, because it's proven that one of the players that they said that they invited, they didn't. And now we've got a thing where everything else is now for question. Did they even invite Caitlin Clark? Did they invite... My guess is that Kayla McBride just said, fuck you guys for not making me an all-star. I'm not going. Not actually said that, but that is her thought process. My thought process for Caitlin Clark is, fuck you guys. I'm not helping you guys out. I'll be there at the all-star game. It is what it is. What? You want me to do the 3-point contest? So if I lose, it becomes a national headline and all these stories, and you've got those idiots, Ryan Clark, who's formerly of ESPN, okay, Voodoo strikes again, and everyone being like, oh, she's the worst shooter ever. She's actually overrated. Do you want to start that narrative? No. And if she wins the 3-point contest, it's, oh, look, she only shoots this percentage from the field. It doesn't matter. We all know that's going to happen. We all know everything's happening there. And for Sabrina, my guess is that she's injured, but they lied about asking her. That's the big problem. Sabrina called it a lie. Let's burn it all down. Sabrina's speaking for herself. She competed in the NBA, WNBA. Sabrina Ionescu reports WNBA's leak. She was invited as a total lie. Yeah, that basically just shows how much of a joke this league is. This league is a joke. This league's a joke. There are good players. There are good teams. The Minnesota Lynx. Nobody hates the Lynx. The Lynx are a serious team. Shout out Shara Reeve. Shout out Shara Reeve. Shout out the Mystics. You're fun. Fuck it. Shout out Vegas. You've won 3 of the last 4 titles. You employ the best player in the world. It is what it is. It is what it is. And can't complain too much about that. But again, you employ one of the best players in the world, arguably the greatest player of all time, and you're winning mostly because of that. But still, doesn't really matter how you're winning. You've won 3 of the last 4 titles, so shout out Vegas. Shout out, the teams that actually give a shit about basketball. The media, I think the WNBA, and by the way, people are going to get caught in collateral damage, and the good ones will earn their jobs back. The way, in some industries, they're like, oh yeah, have everyone start at 0, and the good ones are going to be back. For the WNBA media, this, if every single big network fired every single person that was part of WNBA media coverage prior to 2024. If they fired every single one of them on the spot, and then everyone had to go from the beginning, and everyone had to, go back from the beginning, I think everyone would get to where they are. I think you would see better people. I think you would see some of cap space people in bigger positions who actually take this seriously. I think you would see none of the people that only have their job because this was a social justice league and you are more race baiter than you are basketball person. You don't know the first thing about basketball. but you got a job covering a basketball league because it was a basketball league that was treated like a social justice league, more so than a basketball league, and now it's treated as a basketball league. It's evident don't know the first thing about basketball. I think you get rid of all of them, it's good. You get rid of this damn league. Like, everything about this league was unserious, and they were not ready for people to see it. The players weren't either, and I've said it as well. If you void the contract of every single player over 35 and make them refight for their position, like, I don't know. I think the league would be a better place if every single player, fuck it, let's say 32. If every single player over the age of 32 was forced out of the league. If there was a forced retirement at 32, and this is the current cutoff point, you replace them with the NIL kids, the league would be in a better place. Like, I can guarantee you in 10 years' time, in like 8 to 10 years' time, everything about this league is going to be more serious. The basketball players are going to be more serious. All the media that are part of the reason why this league's a joke, and they're all going to be fired by then, and their contract's going to run out. They're not going to be rehired. The players that are part of the reason why the league is a joke and would rather the league go back to being their summer hobby where they can push social justice while not really making much money. Like, people are gonna be able to do that. I think as soon as like those people are gone, it's gonna be in a better place, and the media is gonna be in a better place. I think players are gonna, treat All-Star Weekend like it's All-Star Weekend and not miss out. Like, I don't think when it comes to Caitlin Clark, I really don't think that that Caitlin Clark has anything to gain and everything to lose by entering a 3-point contest. Let's be very clear. And I don't think Caitlin Clark gives a flying fuck about promoting this league anymore. I think she gives a flying fuck about promoting the Indiana Fever. I don't think she cares about making 1 cent for another player in this league. And you know what? Sometimes I'm going to be like, yeah, I get it. All I'm going to say is, like, whether I agree or disagree, whether I would do the same or not, my response is still, I get it. I get it why I don't think she would. But yeah, it's, when it comes to Sabrina, do I think she would have done the 3-point contest? Probably not. But as you can see here, she clearly has come out and said, I was never asked. The league has gone out of their way to basically throw these players under the bus, saying, look, they're the reason. We asked them. There's a reason they're not in it. And turns out, yeah, the fact that Sabrina has been in the they lied about Sabrina means, who knows, they could be lying about Caitlin or Caitlin McBride. Is it likely? No, but everything's up for question. Caitlin now has, not she has any deniability, but she doesn't have to say a word. And people would say, oh, they never invited Caitlin because, well, they never invited Sabrina. Anyway, see you guys.